Cleaning businesses can generate seven-figure in annual revenue, and it is not a pipe dream. It is not an overpromise either. It's the product of hard work and a strong business plan. In this video, I lay out the steps you can take to grow your business and eventually hit $1 million in annual revenue. We're going to dive deep into the three crucial phases of building $1 million cleaning business. And those would be identifying your maximum capacity, strategically reaching that capacity, and scaling your operation. You'll learn how to create targeted marketing campaigns, raise your prices without losing customers, and grow your business effectively. By the end of this video, you will have a clear roadmap to turn your cleaning services into a lucrative enterprise. But first, what sort of numbers do you need to hit to generate $1 million in revenue? To reach that seven-figure mark annually, a cleaning company needs to generate about $83,333 per month. And the amount of jobs it takes to generate will naturally depend on the average size or the average rate per clean. A primarily residential cleaner may charge, let's say on average, $150 per job. And at that rate, they would need to complete 556 jobs per month to hit that target. The more you can charge per clean, of course, the fewer you will need to compensate to reach your goal. Some properties will be charged more and some will be charged less. So the more you charge, the better, of course. A primarily commercially focused cleaning businesses services can charge $1,000, let's say on average per job. And to hit that mark, they need 84 cleans per month. To figure out how many cleanings you need to target, start by figuring out how much revenue on average job creates and then do the math from there. Once you understand how many jobs you need to do this each month, you can now use the steps described below to hit your target. I can even provide the numbers breakdown of like how many teams you actually need to achieve those numbers later in this video. Let's break down this $1 million blueprint into actionable steps. And first, we'll start from where you are now and systematically work our way up to that seven-figure goal. Number one would be identify your capacity. And that's the foundation of $1 million blueprint, is understanding your capacity. What can you deliver? How much can you produce? How many residential or commercial properties can you realistically clean in a week? Consider everything: travel time between the locations, the size of properties, and the thoroughness of the service. Now, assign a dollar value to each job. Let's say you can clean 20 residential properties a week, averaging $150 per clean. That is a potential weekly revenue of $3,000 or $156,000 annually. This becomes now your initial target. But you don't want to stop there. You want to analyze your service offerings. Are there additional services you could provide that would increase the value per client? Perhaps offering deep cleaning services, window washing, or specialized floor treatments could boost your average job value to $200 per month. And then now you can get a quick win by developing a strong upsell strategy. Is a good way to increase your revenue capacity without adding hours or hiring new employees. Create a detailed service menu with tiered pricing. This allows clients to choose higher value services and increases your potential revenue per job without negotiating back and forth. Once you have your rates and you presented them to the customer and customer agrees to them, they just say, let's say you charge basically $150, but your deep clean is $250, and then your premium package might include window cleaning and carpet cleaning at $350. So if your customer is opted in for $150 every other week, then when needed before holidays or when they have VIPs coming in or deep cleaning just needed, they can opt into $250 or $350 package. Now that increases your total gross, but you also do not negotiate back and forth with the customer because they already agreed to your pricing and you had a set pricing. By offering these options, you are not only increasing your potential revenue, but also providing more value to your clients, which hopefully will make you irreplaceable, super valuable. Now that you know your capacity, it's time to fill it. This is where, and now we're talking about number two step, which is you reaching your capacity. And this is where effective marketing becomes crucial. Whether you have a budget for advertising or you are starting with limited resources, there are strategies you can implement and attract clients to reach your capacity. First, Define your ideal client. Are you focusing on a busy professional who needs regular home cleaning? Or you perhaps need a commercial properties that require daily maintenance? Maybe you're looking to consider demographics like income level, location, and specific needs, for example, eco-friendly cleaning or environmentally conscious clients. Once you know who you are marketing to, it is now important to think strategically about how you want to sell to them. What sets you apart from other cleaning services? Maybe it's your eco-friendly products, your rigorous staff training, or your 100% satisfaction guarantee, or all of those. Maybe your competition doesn't offer them all, but offer one or the other individually. So whatever you personally land on, it should be clearly defined, meaning you need to be able to convey that to your customer in a simple words, in your customer's words, so they can understand, right? Like you need to cut out through the noise. Now you know who you are marketing to once you have that in your head, and what are you selling to them. From there, it's time to choose a marketing channel. And then there's a push marketing and pull marketing, and I talk about it separately, but let's dive into some of these strategies in this video as well. This might include everything from social media to a well-developed website that is specifically designed to target local customers with like funnels. You can go through them and word the funnel specifically tailored to your customers' preferences, meaning when they come in, above the fold, inside the fold, the content, the photos, the testimonials, everything should talk to them in the language they speak. So not the language and jargon that you use because you're a cleaner, but the language your ideal customer profile speaks. So keep that in mind anytime you're putting a content together. And if you don't have money to develop a paid marketing strategy, you can take grassroots approach, hand out flyers, go door to door, network both with local business owners and people in your community. Go through your list of contacts that you already have, contact them, tell them, dude, I'm offering cleaning services. Do you know somebody who might benefit from this? And then when this person is now knows that you are doing the service, then they might need it, or they might know somebody who else needs it. The worst case, you touched base with one of your contacts, and that cold contact now become a warm contact, and at some point you guys may benefit from one another. The quick win in here would be referral programs are a great way to develop high quality leads, especially in residential. You might be offering an existing clients a 20% discount on their next service for each new client they refer. This can be a cost-effective way to acquire new customers while rewarding your loyal customers. Remember, there is a cost of acquisition of clients with everything. So, but let's say you're charging somebody $200 and you want to offer them $20, that's $40. Quite often, it takes you more than $40 to get another customer. But how people buy, the best strategy is word of the mouth. If you can encourage your current existing customers to talk to these customers, how good your services are, closing these customers, because these people are your circle, your customer, they trust you, and their circle is alike customers likely, then it's going to be much easier for you. So giving away that $40, $50, or whatever the value you decide is likely more cost effective than trying to change a customer out of nowhere. And then these customers also might be located in the same area, which makes it even better, lesser travel time for you. So let's talk about step 3, which is scaling strategically. Once you've reached your capacity, it's time to scale. This is where your journey to $1 million really begins, because up until that point, you were building the foundation, you were building the things it's going to stand on, and now you were learning how to stay, how to wobble, and now it's time for you to walk and slowly run so you can actually run. You have two main options in here. If you think about it, you can either expand your team or raise your prices. If you choose to hire, you will need to recalculate your new capacity and repeat the process of filling people in. With each new employee, your potential revenue increases. However, managing team comes with its own challenges. Consider cost of training, equipment, a cost of changing staff, and additional management time. For example, the average hourly wage for cleaning staff could be about $16 around here, but don't forget about payroll taxes and other expenses that are associated with managing people. You will also need to ensure that new hires can maintain your standards, because now you have to train them. Develop a comprehensive training program that covers not just cleaning techniques, but also customer service and professional contact. And once you have your employees, you also have management responsibility. You'll need to robust systems for scheduling, payroll, quality assurance, invest in software that can handle these tasks effectively as you grow. Yes, there is more work, and now you have to be actually parting ways with the money that is already in your pocket otherwise. But unless you do this, it is literally impossible for one person to work their butt off so much so that you can generate $1 million in annual recurring revenue, and at the same time keep your health, be sane, spend time with those that you love, and be a normal functioning person if such exists in any way or shape. So therefore, parting with your money, in a sense, once you build a business, if you think about it, you part with your money, because in the beginning, you part with your time to earn money. Then, now that you have money, you have less time. Now you part with your money and you start earning back your time or buying back your time. And that's done by delegation. Unless you go through this stage, I cannot see how you could be a business owner who is actually living the dream of a business owner, not working inside the business, but actually outside of the business, managing, able to have paid vacations and put out money for savings and invest in crypto assets, invest in regular stocks, go for real estate, make other ambitions, plans, travel the world, see it, put out savings for 529s for your kids, make 401k savings for yourself. It just the freedom, right? The ability not to look at a price tag when you're going in a grocery shop and you're buying stuff, because then you just go for the organic, what's good, what feels good. The ability not to pay attention at a tank when you're buying gasoline, whether you're saving 20 cents or 40 cents, because it just would not matter for you at that point. The ability not to think which restaurant you can afford, but besides to feel like which restaurant you want to go to. To get to that level, you need to free yourself up. For that, you need help. Help costs money. And then finally, you'll also need to get your legal ducks in a row. If you think about it, now you have people, now a potential of somebody suing you goes up as well. So there is a risk, but everything is a trade-off, right? If you don't want to take a risk, then stay in a place where they feed you and where they take care of you. This is Jim Rohn's quote. And then they will make sure you are alive, but what kind of life it is. So, well, make sure you're compliant with all employment laws and regulations. This might include workers' compensation insurance, unemployment insurance, proper classification of employees versus contractors. Before hiring, you want to also calculate the cost of an employee versus the additional revenue they could generate. A good rule of thumb is that an employee should generate at least 3 times their salary in revenue. So think about it. If you're paying somebody $60,000, they should bring $180,000. So just keep that a good rule of thumb. If you're not ready to manage a team yet, consider raising your prices. This allows you to increase revenue without inflating overhead. But remember, in that time, your body takes the beating. You're physically exhausted, you're emotionally exhausted. It's just hitting the $1 million rank is going to be hard. Even if you achieve that, when do you have time to enjoy what this money can buy you, to enjoy, when do you have health and energy to take joy in what this offers? And then also remember, compare your rates always to your competitors and consider the value you provide. You are currently underpriced for the quality of service you offer or not. Think about that. In general, a 10 to 15% increase is often reasonable and won't alarm most customers. For example, if you're currently charging somebody $150 for a basic clean, consider raising your prices to $165 or $170. And when you have settled on how much you want to raise your prices, communicate that to your customers properly and clearly. Remember, it's normal to lose some customers when raising prices. This opens up the slots for new, higher paying customers, and focus on value you provide and be confident in your pricing. I actually have a separate video that showcases that you can raise your prices and lose your customers, open up slots, work less, but also earn more. So you want to make sure, if you didn't watch that video, which talks about how to raise strategically your prices to increase your revenue. And then one more thing is also worth keeping in mind, that increasing the value of your service may reduce turnover. When raising prices, introduce a new service or a feature to justify the increase. Or you can also say, hyperinflation, or you can say this is the added service and now that goes up. Something little to make sure the customer is gaining. They always need to feel they're winning. And this could be as simple of using a new, more effective cleaning product or offering a satisfaction guarantee. And remember that strong business plans and processes are important, but success ultimately hinders on producing quality work, because if you don't do that, then customers will just stop using you and go someone else. Consider implementing a customer feedback center system. And after each cleaning, send a quick email survey asking clients to rate their satisfaction on a scale 1 to 10, let's say, and provide any comments. And this could be a text message. Some people do that. Some people do text message. Some people call. Some people stop by in person. Some people do them all. This not only helps you to improve your service, but also shows the customers that you value their business. It's a good thing to do. And then once you keep doing this strategically, you will start noticing common patterns. And for example, if one team is constantly dropping, you will start getting those feedback, and hopefully you can reprimand the team, replace the team, or improve the team before the customer fires you. So, which means more money in your pocket. If we were to recap this $1 million blueprint, first you want to identify your capacity and set your initial revenue target. Then you want to reach that capacity through strategic marketing or grassroots efforts, whichever is good for you. Then you want to scale your business by hiring or raising prices, then repeat the same process. Maintain a growth mindset focused on quality, efficiency, and a customer satisfaction. And as promised, let's get back to the math so you can see that $1 million is very achievable. But before that, I want to say the saying, as it goes, how do you eat an elephant? Small piece by small piece. And that's what I'm trying to do, to break this down to you so you can see that hitting a $1 million mark is very achievable. So let's say the same residential business that was charging $150 per cleaning, and we mentioned that you need 556 jobs, which totals to $83,400 per month, and that will generate $1,800,000 per year for you. So those 556 cleans per month equals to 128 cleans per week when you break it down more. And let's say a team of 2 can clean 6 houses, small houses per day, then what you need is 21.3 teams to hit that $1 million. Let's take another example where it's even smaller. A primary commercially focused cleaning business, let's say they charge on average $1,000 per job. Some could be smaller, some could be bigger, but let's say it's $1,000 on average. And all you need is 84 jobs in that particular month. And 84 to 1,000 is $84,000 a month, which equates to $1,008,000, which is 84 cleans, and that is 19.3 cleans per week. So, and then let's say you still have the same team of 2 people cleaning a location, then in this case you're going to need 9.6 teams, which is less than 10 teams. Of course, you might decide, if you're new going into commercial, you might decide, dude, that's way easier, right? 10 teams is better than 22 teams, or 9.6 teams better than 21.3 teams. Yes, you are correct. But remember, getting commercial accounts are harder. It takes time. To close a commercial account in general, from the moment you generate the lead until you close it, takes you about 3 months. So yes, they last longer. This is more guaranteed job, but in 3 months, you could be closing a lot more residential. And then remember, if you're charging somebody $150 per clean and then they pay you for 2 cleans, that's what, $300 a month, but here $1,000. So if you lose one residential, you're losing $300 only, versus when you lose one commercial, you're losing $1,000. So they're constant pros. Watch my video where I talk about residential cleaning and commercial cleaning differences, so you have a mind. But you can also do them both, right? Nothing stops you. You can do one, other, you can do both. You can start here and jump to this. You can start here, jump to this. Doesn't matter. Whichever makes sense, how you can fill the customers, where you can get them easier. And starting residential is generally requires less money and less knowledge to get in, specialty knowledge, compared to commercial. So keep those things in mind. Both have cons and pros. As a conclusion, I want to remind all of us that this is a marathon and not a sprint. Consistent effort, excellent service, and smart business decisions will have your way to your 7-figure success. It won't happen overnight, let's be realistic, but with persistence and the right strategy, you can build a cleaning empire that you can be proud of and hopefully pass it along to future generations, or sell it and retire, or just have it run while it funds your other endeavors and lifestyle. So as a homework, I want to have you to calculate your current capacity and potential revenue, then create a 90-day plan to reach that capacity, including specific marketing activities and service improvements. Take action every day towards filling your schedule and increasing your value per client. If you found this video helpful, I can't wait to see you inside of this video because you're going to like this as well, but like it right before you leave, please. Thanks again, and keep on crashing your businesses.